So I'll often walk into an organization and I'll just say, hey guys, can you show me your fee chart? What do you guys charge for property management? What do you charge for letting your property? What do you charge for selling your property? What's the standard marketing schedule inside the organization? Where's that documented and where would I find it? And it's amazing how many organizations fail at that really simple task or activity. And if it's not documented, you obviously don't talk about it, you obviously don't discuss it, and it's not easily findable by your people. And this is a really important conversation around the power of documentation inside an organization. How do we generate our leads? How do we actually win our listings or win our managements? And then what do we do to actually get them sold or to get them leased or to effectively manage them? What's our philosophy and our approach on what it is that we do? Do we do open for inspections or do we also try to drive lots of private appointments? Do we do auction or is for sale or expressions of interest also an option? Are we in a position that we offer vendor paid marketing and is that only via electronic funds transfer or are we open to credit card and buy now pay later type services? Are we in a position that as an organization that we use a price guide or not? Are we in a position that naturally we think very clearly about clear timelines in the sales process? That at day 9, we need to set up a second appointment and at day 14, we actually need to have an offer. What you're seeing here is we're actually building out definition. And when you've got definition, it's easy to coach, it's easy to train, and most importantly, it's easy for people to actually get better. It doesn't need to be big to be good. The basic idea is about building an operating system where ultimately you just write out those little one pages that can then be stored in a digital environment where people can quickly search it. Now, whether or not you're going to call that a wiki, a knowledge base, or ultimately an intranet, it's about making sure that you've got the documentation on the things that really matter. Organizations actually suffer what we're going to call bloat of IP. They've just got lots of stuff and it's all over the place, but it's not carefully refined. And the power of what we've done as an organization, particularly around things like Blueprint and our own version of the Josh Phegan operating system, is that we make sure that we literally go about every week, every month, every year in refining the documentation of what we do as an organization to make it better, to make it faster, to make it easier. We've had the chance to work with some incredible brands, including House & House in Dubai. And what we did with them is we actually said, okay, great. We're going to think about the business in 3 very specific modules. We're going to think about off-plan, we're going to think about residential sales, and we're also going to think about residential lettings. And now what we're actually going to do is that we're going to go and document how things happen in each of those areas, and we're going to produce a 1-hour podcast called The Essentials on how to be great in off-plan, how to be great in residential sales, and how to be great in residential lettings. And in under 60 minutes or less, we need to distill the most important things that you're going to need to know to be phenomenal in those particular service lines. I don't want 200 short courses. I don't want 80 hours of education. I want you to be able to boil it down into the best 60 minutes of my life to make me phenomenal in that particular skill set. And that's the call to arms for better quality documentation and a better quality operating system to make what you do easier, faster, and quicker to train so we can get people from zero to hero in the fastest time possible.